What's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here from GuitarJams.com. Hope you guys are doing great out there. I'm gonna do a BB King lesson. He is one of the greatest inspirations for guitar players. So just gonna show a little some of his isms, as a tribute, obviously. And we'll just check it out and zoom in and some of my favorite playing. So I think we'll both enjoy doing that. All right, so we're playing a blues in D, and we're going to use of course, what's called the BB box for the key of D. Now, BB King stayed in this spot, and it was a very unique thing for his style. But one of the coolest things about the BB box is that access to the major and minor mixing. And, he was the king at it, of course. But I'm going to show you some of those isms right here. I like to look where the root is. So if we're in the key of D, blues in D, then I'm going to look for my D note on the B string, and it's going to be right here. 15th fret of the B string. So what the typical BB box is going to have that root on the 15th of the B, and then a whole step up with your ring finger, so that'd be the 17th fret. And what you can do with that is you can bend it up a whole step for the sweet sound. You can bend it up a half step for a more minor sound. You hear the difference there? A whole step bend would be up to that note. So a half step bend would be up to this note. And then I could try it. The other beautiful thing is you've got a whole step and half step bend, which would be all the way up to here. But you'd be bending that 17th up to that note. Oops, sorry. So you'd have the root, the whole step bend, you have a half step bend, whole step and half step bend. And then any cool combination of those, and the one I'm going to show you right now sounds like this. So what we're doing is, the first one we're doing is the whole step, half step bend, which would be up to this note. Then the regular whole step bend. So check it out. Now what I want to show you is the little turnaround lick. So we're going. So 15 to 17 with a little half step bend into the 15 on the high E. Then I'm going to the 17th on the high E with my ring finger. So that ring finger is then going to roll over to the 17 on the B, and I'm going to do that whole step, half step, bend, then the whole step, release to the root. So when you put it all together, okay? Then we're going to do that same super bend, which would be a whole step and half step. From that 17 on the high E. This is a classic BB bend here. So you put that together. See that? And so on the way back, I'm doing that super bend. And then I'm just going regular minor pentatonic down, which would be 17, 15, 18, 15. So. And any of these tiny little like micro licks that make up this whole lick can be totally used in your own unique way. So here we go again. So the last tasty little element of that BB box that I'm going to show for this particular lesson is going to be the middle finger on the 16th fret of the G string. That's called the major sixth. It's a big part of this kind of sweet and sour sound. Minor pentatonic's usually this note, which isn't wrong. It's a great note, but the major sixth is part of that little different sound that's not the straight minor pentatonic scale. Okay, so you put those together. So we're just kind of going do-da, do-da. But that little spot right there is happening in lots of BB's licks. And if you have enough frets on your guitar, you can make it the last note that I can fret actually on the guitar on a, I think 24 fret guitar. I've never paid attention, but I think you'd get a high D note here, which BB would do as well, where you hit that note and slide your finger back like that. So you put all that stuff together, and you would get. Okay, here's that turn around again. We kind of do, and when I hit that note, that's the turnaround chord, the A7. One more time. All right, there was. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you got some new ideas out of it. And I hope to see you in another video real soon. See you later.